It's Josh Verlin of Philahoops.com. We're here with Pat Skerry, head coach of the Towson Tigers. Coach, you're coming from a long list of programs from Pitt, from Providence, from Rhode Island, long history of success. Obviously, this is a little bit of a different story. What's it been like transitioning to Towson?
We knew we had some challenges coming in, but it's been great. We've got a great athletic director and a new administration that's on board, and with the arena and the conference and the academic profile of our school, it's exciting. We've got to. Some people said you have to rebuild it, so we had to build it. It hasn't been built, so you have some growing pains with that. But our plan is to kind of quickly get this thing going and get it going in a great league like the CAA.
First game against Drexel, you guys lost 60-27. Much, obviously results still the same, but much different story. What does that say about the direction this team is going in?
Well, we didn't play bad the first half up there. We wilted a little bit in the second half, and Drexel had a lot to do with that. They're certainly as good as a defensive team as there is in the country. But I love Bruce's team. I'd like to think we're putting a model together like that, where we put an emphasis on defense, rebounding, and shot selection. But we need to obviously upgrade our talent. But that's what we do. That's what the staff is wired to do, and we're going to do that quickly.
You mentioned in the press conference wanting to play defense like Pitt. How much of playing under coaches like Jamie Dixon and like Jim Barron, how much has that influenced you?
No, absolutely. No one's better than Coach Dixon. A lot of defensive man principles are based on that, getting in the gaps, where we got ball screens. Obviously it works. We tried to be like a sponge when I was around him. And then a lot of the offensive stuff, obviously, it works. You get great sets and you get good shots and good rebounding position out of it. So, this situation reminds me a lot of what we had to go through at Rhode Island. We came in there, had won 6 games, and then 3 years later we spent 5 weeks in the top 25. We really flipped the roster and changed talent quickly, and that's kind of what we're in the process of doing here.
You've gained a reputation as one of the top recruiters in the country, brought Ken Birch to Pittsburgh, among others. Talk about your recruiting class you've got coming in next year, because it's a good one.
We're excited about it. I think the smartest thing I did here was I hired a great staff: Kenny Johnson, Luke Murray, Kevin Clark, Dwayne Simpkins, and that's really helped us. But we've got 2 very good transfers sitting out. Jarrell Benneman is a Givens type guy, but he's about 6'7.5", 6'8". Mike Burwell's a very good shooter, 6'5", great shooter from South Florida. And then we signed 4 good freshmen. Jerome Hairston, a combo guy, reminds you a lot of Brad Wanamaker. He's certainly a guy when I was at Providence we would have taken. And then Frank Mason is a little rocket. He led the state of Virginia in scoring last year as a junior. So those 2 guys are going to obviously markedly help us in the backcourt. And then we got a kid, T.J. Parker, out of Bridgeport, Connecticut, who's recruited by mostly Atlantic 10, 6'7", kind of warrior. And then a big kid that played for Coach Johnson at AU, Barrington Alston, who's kind of fits the big physical, athletic type guy, 6'8", 6'9" guy that we'd like to have. So we're not done yet. We're going to keep getting after it, but we're excited about what's coming in.
You've got the new stadium opening in 2013. Is that sort of like, that's the big goal for you guys that year?
Well, I would. Our expectation is that we can have as good a turnaround as anyone in the country next year. I think we've got guys to we should be able to compete with anybody in the league next year. That's the goal. And I knew we had some challenges coming in this year. It's been a learning experience for us, learning the league and some of the great programs. But our plan is to kind of get on pace with them quickly.
Thanks so much, Coach, for sitting down with us.
Thank you.